Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie 100%. Last time we finished off Treasure Trove Cove and found all of the items there, and in this part we are going to start off Clanker's Cavern. And joining me today, I have a very special guest.
Hello everybody, this is MilesLuigi playing the guest role for a change.
Hello, yes, I'm sure everyone has seen my announcements. I'm currently playing, playing through Yoshi's Island with you on your channel. And ow, it's got destroyed there. Got hit by the enemy and took fall damage. That is just evil. But yeah, so it's great to have you commentating in one of my videos. This is actually the first time I've ever done commentary with someone over the internet in one of my videos. Usually it's me playing in other people's videos. But yeah, this is great. Thanks a lot for joining me.
You're welcome. I actually have to admit I explicitly asked to be a part of this specific video because part of your Let's Play, and admittedly through my own gaming adventures on my own YouTube channel, I managed to start getting back memories of this game. I never actually owned this game. My aunt once rented it one day, and then I played it non-stop throughout an entire day. And after that, I've never played the game since then.
Oh, wow.
But looking back at it, it looks like one of those games maybe I should go back to because holy crud. Basically, the memories I have, and of course this was back when I was maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7, I don't know exactly what my age was. I was definitely really young. My memory was that I played this game non-stop for around 8 hours-ish. And when I started playing, my aunt asked me, "You should go outside, Ryan. You should go outside, Ryan." And I'm like, "No, I want to play Banjo-Kazooie."
Should have just taken the TV and Nintendo 64 outside.
That would have been a smart idea. Back in those days, there was nothing but CRT TVs, so it would have been a big TV.
Yeah, of course.
And holy cow, does that thing look scary.
Yes, so of course, Clanker's Cavern. Now we are being introduced to Clanker himself. So Clanker is the giant garbage grinding fish thing. And yeah, we will need to find a way to help it out in order to proceed on later on in the level. But in the meantime, we will just explore kind of this massive room that we're in right now. This is kind of like the center of the level. And there are a whole bunch of different places to go. There's a whole bunch of places to go above water, and then I'm sure, as people might have seen, underwater. There's just tunnels surrounding the room, so it's I don't remember what's in each one, so I'll just kind of take a guess on which one we go in first.
Oh gosh, where to even begin? But from my experience, this was the last level I played, and I think I played through this level 4 hours-ish, and I got stuck. I couldn't get 100 notes on it, and I couldn't find all the jiggies. And
oh, I know. I remember as a kid, I had a terrible time with this level. And this was one of those massive problems right here, is that this Jiggy, it always threw me off as a kid, because you just have to go through these tunnels as fast as you can, get that Jiggy, and then you get to this grate, so you have to turn around and go back, and look how well I've been doing, and even then, I'm almost running out of air. I mean, I've hardly even been running into walls or anything. I think I could have started with a little bit more air. I think I dove down a bit early, but still, imagine as a kid not having, the maneuvering ability that I've developed of all the video games I've played today. That was
And not only that, an extreme fear of drowning.
Yes. Oh man, in all those games where you had an air meter, of course, especially Chemical Plant Zone and Sonic 2.
There you go, but I wanted to join around and I wanted to see exactly what I missed in this level, because
yeah.
Once again, memory's a little fuzzy. I wasn't able to get to 100, but I remember at least getting somewhat close, so I'm probably just missing something really obvious.
Oh, well, you do miss a lot if you've never made it by the part that I think you were probably stuck at, so we shall see how exactly that
We shall see. So,
let's see, where should I go over here? Let's go over here. Why not?
General atmosphere of this level is, well, he is a garbage collector, right? But this feels a lot like a sewer level.
Yeah, I've always really liked that about Clanker's Cavern. It's not like your typical water level in most games where, it would take place in an ocean or in a lake. This one, it's kind of like, an inside water level, which is cool. I think it's a really neat take on it, actually.
That and the depressing music that's playing right now.
Oh, I've always loved the music in this level. I don't know. So here we're just jumping along the wall, getting some notes, getting an extra life, which will probably never really be super useful. And then comes the choice of where we want to go next. We can remember which one we came in through, because that's the one that Clanker is facing down there. But other than that, we have a whole bunch of things that we need to explore down here. I need to kind of remember which ones we've been in. I hope I don't forget. I forget what's inside of this one, so let's just guess. Oh, a Mumbo token, of course. There we go.
Well, there you go.
Oh yes, so I should note that we had, I believe, 13 Mumbo tokens when we started this level, And there are 5 hidden in this level, and Mumbo is not in this level, so by the time we leave here, we should have 18 if I remember to get them all this time. Which hopefully I will.
Hopefully you do. Ooh, I see a pipe down there. I have a distinct memory of something good being in that pipe down there.
This one at the very bottom?
Yes.
Okay. So you have some gold feathers. Gold feathers are actually really rare. Well, they're pretty rare. They're a lot rarer than, like, you know, eggs and red feathers, because as we noticed when we picked up one, I think a couple of videos ago, they will make you invincible when we use them, although we have not learned how to do that yet. But yeah, so there were gold feathers in that pipe.
Well, at a risk at this somehow being the ability to get in this level, you turn on and off invincibility?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually, I really like it. It's kind of neat. You can just turn it on whenever you want, and you'll use up a gold feather for approximately each second that you're using it, so...
So you can burn through them really quickly.
Yeah, so it's not super overpowered. But anyway, I bet I know...
Funny another memory, and I actually posted a comment about this. In the previous level you were in, when you very first learned how to fly, when I was playing through the game and did that, the first thing I did is I burned through all my feathers, because the concept of gliding didn't necessarily kick in my head, and I just flew straight up.
I know, I had no idea how to do half these things when I was a kid either. Although, when you mentioned earlier that you thought there was something in that pipe, you may have been referring to this very well-hidden empty honeycomb right here. So
that is well hidden.
As you can see, you can't see it from above the water. So you just have to get really lucky and, you know, be coming up. And at the perfect time, just kind of catch that in the corner of your eye. And yeah, that is the first empty honeycomb of this level. And as I mentioned in Treasure Trove Cove, oh darn yeah, this one is kind of a pain to get sometimes, especially because the camera angle gives you sometimes. Look at that. Yeah, empty honeycombs are probably going to be some of the most difficult items to find throughout the game.
Well, they are essentially the heart containers of the game.
Yeah, and if we find the other one, we actually should be getting a new full honeycomb, which would be great, because I can always use more help for all the silly mistakes I make sometimes. Anyway, is there anything more I want to do above the water? Yes, actually, I think there's something over here. Let's see. Let's just take a look around for a second. I'm trying to collect all of my thoughts, remember exactly where all of the items are hidden in this crazy place. Actually, yeah, that's a good place to go over there. And from there you go up there, but I don't think we can do that quite yet. Because as you'll notice, there are some platforms around the side that are just a bit too high for us to jump onto, so I need to figure out something about that. Although, other than that, I think I've done just about everything. And either way, it's not like we won't be coming back to this room or anything like that. So I think it's time to take on one of the most dreaded parts in the level, actually after we do one more thing. Okay, we're back after like 30 minutes of me trying to figure out why the heck Dazzle was dropping frames like mad.
I have a theory that it was because Skype was trying to load an advertisement and that caused your recording program to go nuts.
Well, thank you for hanging around that long and being very patient.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, this is
I'm a pretty technically orientated person, so I'm thinking about all the things we could do and some things. Eventually you get to my level and there's just some avenues you don't want to go down because they'll take like hours to set up or something like that. Regardless, we're talking about Banjo-Kazooie today, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's like 3 of them in one. So basically, these are mutations of the snippet enemies, the crab guys that we have seen so far. I don't know why exactly this one particular area is so like full of nuclear waste, but it is anyway. We just have one massive eye, and of course I'm gonna get like mad.
Full of nuclear waste, that's no good for Banjo. He's gonna die in a few days now.
Basically, after all that confusion, I decided to go in here before we took on the evil part of the level. This is just a really simple area where you fight a few guys and you get a Jiggy for it, so I figured we'd come
there you go.
This. Whoa, but man.
On the bright side, even though it's full of nuclear waste, taking care of it now is better than waiting however long the half-life of the mutanic for nuclear material is here. Typical nuclear material has really long half-lives, so you'd have to wait like decades and even centuries.
I've never liked the angle on this section. You can actually walk under this pipe, which, like, first of all, is not very easy to kind of see from above. And also, just trying to do the backflip on it sometimes isn't the easiest thing. I guess you have to do it from here, but it's like, ugh. It's kind of complicated. But anyway,
there you
go.
go.
Get up here, and that's how you get this Jiggy.
You are so full of eggs.
I think I commented that. I don't think we'll ever run out. 'Cause I don't use eggs super often. Like as an attacking method, they're okay, but I'd rather just go up and ground pound and attack with a roll. So I don't use them very much for attacking, and they're usually just used for solving puzzles. But anyway, with that out of the way, I think it's finally time to take on the part that everyone hates.
Oh gosh.
So
this is probably where I got stuck, but let's see.
I hated this as a kid, and I could never do it. You have to dive down. So you thought that getting that Jiggy and then there was that dead end with the grate was bad. You have to dive down and then go down where this chain that's attached to Clanker goes.
You can go down there?
Yes, so you have to go down
Oh
here.
gosh.
Yeah, so you see where this is going. Running out of air. And you come down here and there's notes surrounding the whole thing. So I mean, as a kid, I sucked at swimming. So getting those was terrible. Although we'll worry about those in a second as I need to. There's also a ginger
I've never
there.
come down here. I thought the pool just ended at the bottom.
Well, if you want to proceed on the level, you definitely have to do this. Basically, there's a key which we'll address, although this guy, he releases bubbles, and if you run into them, you get 2 of your air kind of units back, which is super useful. So you kind of just want to follow this guy around to get the air. And you should be good, but I mean, as a kid, I was not very good at swimming in this game, and this just, it destroyed me.
Oh, there's even a Jinjo down here.
You only have access to about half of the level if you do not come down here and do what you have to and do this. Basically, we're gonna have to swim through this key 3 times in order to raise I was about to say Canker to raise Clanker out of the water. So, I mean, yeah, as a kid, this destroyed me. Like, I remember for the longest time, Clanker's Cavern, I had like 30 notes and 2 or 3 Jiggies, and that was it. I didn't want to touch this level, because it was definitely very difficult. Anyway, just keep swimming around the bottom here. I guess we'll go in this key. We're pretty good for air right now. Just if we lose one more, we'll go and try to get some bubbles. But yeah, this is pretty much like the bane of like everyone. And Banjo-Kazooie. This is probably like the most frustrating part. Is just coming down here and trying to free Clanker. Although I believe I'm 95% sure that once you do free him, you don't have to come down here and go through the key again, which is good. Although if you do want to get all of the notes or all of the Jinjos, you'll still have to come back down here and get them. So overall, it's not that great.
And I see the bubbles only even recover just 2,
yeah.
So you can't just wait till you're near, I guess, drowning and then just collect a bubble like in Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But no, I've never gone down here. I didn't even know you could come down here. I never conceptually had the idea I should go down here. Wow.
As a kid too, I never really used the A button to like strategically swim and like turn corners. I always just used the B button, which does like a massive stroke. And it's very hard to aim when all you do is use the B button. So overall, as a kid, this was like the worst part ever. But there you go. We swam through the key 3 times. It brought him up from the water, and now we can access a whole bunch of stuff that we could not access before. And yeah. Just let me make sure we didn't miss any notes or items, and we will proceed back to
never come back to this area of the game ever again.
Yes, never again. Ever again. Swimming through the key I don't think does anything now. So yeah, basically there's just, I think there's like 6 notes in the surrounding area, and that Jinjo. So other than that, and the key of course, there's nothing else you need to do down here, so just press B as fast as you can and get out of here. Oh man, I remember as a kid sometimes I'd do it and I'd be like, should I go for a bubble or should I go for the surface? And I'd risk it and go for the surface and I'd make it back with 1 unit left in. Well, this level was pretty stressful overall. But there you go, the worst part of this level and one of the worst parts of the game. Finally over with.
Well, there goes all my memories resurfacing, because everything from here on out is almost certainly new for me.
So yes, now that we've done that, we have whole bunch of new places we can access. We have notes up here that we of course could not have jumped up and just grabbed before. I remember as a kid I was always like, I wonder if I can just jump up and get them. And I was wondering like, what the heck? Like I needed to do, but yeah, you need to swim to that key 3 times and it's not very easy at all.
Oh, you even got a Jiggy for it.
Yep. So that's 3 out of 10. So let's see. And pause. Hello again! Losing frames like mad. It's crazy. Ah! Frames are dropping, Banjo's dropping, everything's dropping. Wish it would stop.
Down, down, they all go. When they'll stop, let's hope they eventually do.
Yeah, basically if you stand on top of this screw here, or the bolt,
Ooh.
it will take you up to this higher area where we can get some notes and a puzzle piece or a jiggy. I think that's number 4.
That's actually like a platform you can stand on, not like a jet of water.
That's true. Although many games, even if it was a jet of water, you'd need to stand on it for something. Super Mario Bros. 2 immediately comes to mind. I'm sure other games have done it too. I'm not remembering at the moment.
Oh, the water temple from Ocarina of Time. You stood on things of water.
Oh yes, of course. The water temple. It always seems like the craziest levels revolve around water. Alright.
Not to go way too far off topic, but I don't have like a horrible water temple memory, but I definitely have memory of being stuck in that temple for like an hour and a half trying to figure out where to go, and you just go underneath the platform where the spikes are originally at.
I never honestly had a super massive issue with the water temple, which I find kind of funny. I don't remember too many specific like tricks to it. I usually just start playing it, and I'll just kind of say like, okay, and I have to go to here, and I noticed that back there, which I'll probably have to go to now. But overall, I mean, I know some people have just had massive trouble with it, but luckily I don't share too many of those experiences. Ugh. Anyway, now that Clanker's kind of fins are up and out of the water, we can jump to some of these platforms that we could not jump high enough to reach before. And initially it looks like this one is just for an extra life, although this jump disc is also here, which we can use to jump to the left and grab onto this post. Mm-hmm. For a second I was afraid the call had dropped you. I had to lower the priority of Skype in order to hopefully make things work a bit better. Anyway, up here it may initially look like there's nothing else to get, although you may notice these grates. Earlier on in the level also, I had to attack a grate with Kazooie to open it up and get that Jiggy, although yeah, so you ground pound this one, and you open that up, you can get a Jinjo, and also there's some eggs down here, and you start to slide down, although that's not all that's up there. Also, there was another extra life there. Already up to 6 of them again.
Nicely done. One more Jinjo to go.
Oh yes, thank you.
And there's another half of the level to go, right?
Yep. So about another half. Actually, we might have to get finishing up this part soon. I'm not entirely sure how long we've been recording for. Let's just hope it's been about 20 minutes. And we'll actually finish off, I suppose, with one thing right here, and that is, just as we can destroy the grate up there, we can destroy this one, and that will give us the second empty honeycomb to equal 1 new full honeycomb for our health.
Woohoo! 7 units of health.
It's very good. You can always use more health in this game. And it's definitely not super easy to get, considering you can only get 1 new unit for every 3 levels, but it's good. But for now, I think we've done just about everything there is to do outside of Clanker.
Outside of Clanker?
Yes, because the next part is to go inside and deal with all the craziness that will be going on in there. But until then, I guess we are going to end off here. So thank you very much for watching another part of my Banjo-Kazooie 100% playthrough. I hope that you enjoyed. And thank you very much, MilesLuigi, for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Inside Clanker? That sounds like a bad idea, but okay. I suppose he's a robot, not an organism.
Yeah, although don't worry, I'm pretty sure it's just as dangerous as being swallowed by a real whale. But anyway, we shall see that next time. So thanks again, and I hope to see you next time for that. So see you later.
Yeah, everyone have a great day.